More multiplying polynomials. Do you like the cat I have in my pumpkin? We're going to do some more multiplying polynomials, a couple more examples. I'm going to do some vertical, horizontal, and area, just so you can see all the different ways. So here we go. I'm going to do some double distribution here. Distribute the 2r first. So I'm going to concentrate on that. 2r times s squared is 2rs squared. 2r times 4r squared is positive 8r cubed. And 2r times negative 4rs is negative 8r squared s. Now I'm going to distribute my negative s. Negative s times s squared is negative s to the third. Negative s times 4r squared is negative 4r squared s. And negative s times negative 4rs is positive 4rs squared. Okay? Now I look for any like terms. I have an rs squared. Are there any more rs squareds? Woo! So I can add these guys. I get 6rs squared. Now I look for r cubes. No more r cubes. I'll put this guy out here. What about r squared s's? Oh, look at that. R squared s's. Negative 8, negative 4. And then I end up with this little guy all by himself. And here we go. I multiplied them out. Combined like terms. Now, terms. Now, can I do this vertically? Yes, I could do it vertically. Okay? That was the horizontal method. Here comes the vertical method. You just line it up like this. S squared, 4r squared, 4rs. Put this guy in the bottom. 2r minus s. And notice what, well, could have lined this up a little bit better, but whatever. We'll just do it. The vertical method, 4rs, negative s times negative 4rs is positive 4rs squared. S times 4r squared is, negative s times 4r squared is negative 4r squared s. Negative s times s squared is negative s cubed. And now I look here, I get 2r times negative 4rs is negative 8r squared s. Negative 8r squared s. And I go this way. 2r times 4r squared is 8r cubed. So I can just write this here, 8r cubed, positive. And this guy, 2r times s squared is 2rs squared. I'm going to write it over here because it's under this guy. Positive 2rs squared. Add my like terms, negative 12r squared s. 6rs squared and negative s cubed plus 8r cubed. Okay, same thing, right? It's another example. Could I use the area method? Of course I could. Multiply 2r times each one of these guys, which is pretty much what we were doing before. So I get 2rs squared, 2r times 4, I get 8r cubed, negative 8r squared s. Now I do my negative s here, I get negative s cubed, negative 4r squared s, and 4rs squared. Combine my like terms, so I get this and this, gives you my 6rs squared. Then negative 4, negative 8, negative 12r squared s, and then my negative s cubed, and my 8r cubed. Same thing, okay? Now here's another doozy. A doozy-doo-doo, a doozy-dibba-doozy. This is one you're more likely to see. Now I'm taking 2 and I'm going to distribute across 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? A 4-term polynomial. So let's distribute the x through first. I'm going to multiply x. So I'm going to do x times x cubed. So what happens when I multiply by x? All of these x powers get raised by 1. So it becomes x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus x squared. I put an x on this guy. Now I just multiply by negative 1, which means I'm just switching all the signs of these guys. I'm going to write them below this and try to line it up next. So I'm going to rewrite this whole thing, but switching all the signs. So this positive x cubed becomes a negative x cubed. This becomes a positive 2x squared. This becomes a negative x. This becomes a positive 2. Now let's see. What happens when I add them all up? 2, negative 3x, positive 3x squared, because that's a 1 right there. Negative 3x cubed, x to the 4th power. Could I do this vertically? Well, you know I can, man. How do you know? Because you know this. You know this is what I can do. Baby boo boo boo. Alright, whatever. Let's set it up. X cubed minus 2x squared plus x minus 2 times x minus 1. Let's do it. Negative 2 times negative 1. What do you get? I get 2. Negative 1, positive 2. Negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1. So basically, I'm multiplying all this by negative 1. So again, I'm switching the signs here. Now, 0 there. I get, now I'm adding an x to each one of these. So, negative 2x. Wait a minute. 2x. Oh, sorry, x. I messed this up. X times 2 is negative 2 is negative 2x. X times x is x squared. Then x times negative 2x is negative 2x cubed. And then x times x third is x fourth. I get them again. Minus 3x cubed plus x squared. What's going on here? Did I miss something? Minus 1, that becomes positive 2x squared. Plus 1, that's plus 1x squared. So plus 3x squared, good. Minus 3x plus 2. There we go. Alrighty, same as this. Yay! I personally like this method the best. Now we're going to do this guy, same thing. X times x cubed. X, this distance is x, this distance is that. Negative 2x cubed. X squared. Negative 2x. Negative x cubed. Negative 1 times this. Negative 1 times that. We're pretending that this distance is negative 1 all around, so these little rectangles we're finding the area of. So I get 2x squared, negative x, plus 2. Alright? So that's the way it works out. So this times this ends up being the sum of all these. Look for the like terms. Here we go, these guys. So we get x to the fourth. Get our negative 3x cubed. These guys, positive 3x squared. These guys, negative 3x. And this guy, plus 2. Same answer as we had in the last one. Isn't that amazing? And we ended off with a doozy but doozy. Whoa! We're multiplying two trinomials. Holy moly! Let's do it, man. Let's do this. Let's do this polynomial. Wow, 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 wow. Alright. I'm going to start with this 2x squared, multiply it through. 2x squared times x squared is 2x to the fourth. 2x squared times 4x. Oh my god, 2 times 4 is 8. Positive 8x cubed. 2x squared times negative 2. Negative 2x squared. Good, I got that through. Now I got to go to my negative 3x. Remember, this is a negative 3x. Let's send this guy through. Negative 3x times x squared is negative 3x cubed. I'm going to put it under here. Negative 3x times positive 4x is negative 12x squared. Negative 3x times negative 2 is positive 6x. Alright. Am I done? No, I got to multiply all these by 1. When I multiply by 1, I get the same thing back. There we go. So I get x squared plus 4x minus 2. Notice how I lined all these guys up nice so I can combine like terms. 2x to the fourth plus 5x cubed minus 12 minus 13 minus 12x squared plus 10x minus 2. Now, I could line this whole thing up and do it again, but I think you get the point. It's going to be like this. Could have made a mistake. Maybe I didn't, but remember what we're doing. We're distributing this term first. Then we're distributing the second term, then the third. Same thing. You could do, there's 10 terms and 10 terms. You just send all 10 through, combine like terms at the end. Alright? And look at the same thing, you end up with this. Just multiply this times all these, this times all these, this times all these. End up with the same kind of thing. Alright? You want me to do it quick? Ready? Here we go. 2x, 4, 8x cubed, negative 4x squared, negative 3x third, negative 12x squared, negative... negative 3, sorry, positive 6x, and I get x squared, 4x, negative 2. Combine these guys will all combine for a nice term. These 3 will, these 2 will, this one will. Da-da-da. End up with what I'm looking for. Alright, have a great day, everybody. I hope you understand how to multiply polynomials. Adios. Adios and have a happy Halloween.